Hi guys, welcome back to FlexForm. I'm Shan and we're here in the Jaya Aerial Lab in Lisbon, Portugal, recording this class. Today I'm going to share my favorite shoulder opening exercises to open, increase the flexibility and the range through your chest, but also to improve your posture. Okay, before I get started, try to find yourself either a long rope, belt, long piece of fabric, or like a long stick, because we'll use this later to help with our shoulders. Okay. Good, let's get straight into it. We're gonna start moving our body and moving our spine. So I'm going to do movements just from side to side, and I want my head just to be really relaxed, as well as my arms and my shoulders. So everything is working with gravity, pulling down, okay? So I'm just gonna go from side to side, allowing my head to drop along with my arms and my shoulders. Okay, you might start feeling this in the side of your body, the side of your neck. Good. Each time I go to the side, I'm going to try to go a little bit deeper, like lower down on my leg. Good. And a little bit deeper, reach towards your toes. And 2. Good. And 1. Beautiful. Okay, repeating the similar movement but forward and back. So as I drop my head in front, I'm going to let my body come forwards, and then I'm opening and looking up towards the ceiling. So I'm going forwards and back and forwards and back. Each time try to arch or lean forward deeper. So towards the floor, chest towards the ceiling. Back. Good, and 2. Oh, good. A lot of it's just spinal mobility then, just like getting some movement into your upper body. Okay, now let's take some more power into our shoulders. So I'm going to have my arms over my head, trying to squeeze my inner bicep onto my ears. So there's this tension kind of pulling in here. I'm going to correct my form just so I'm nice and supported. So I'm going to tuck my ribs in and squeeze my glutes, okay, rather than standing like this. So squeeze your glutes, ribs in. Okay, let's start by moving our arms open in this direction. So our arms, it's like we're in between 2 walls, pulling my elbows down towards my sides, and then straight up over my head, touching my ears. Okay, let's pull them down to the sides and over my head. Good, 3. Try to feel that squeeze at the base. Good, and 4. And 5. Beautiful. Now just bringing your elbows to parallel to the floor. So I'm in this like cactus position. Okay, from here I'm going to drop my hands forward, but keep my elbows where they are. So I'm trying to internally rotate my shoulders like a scarecrow or a robot. And back up. Good, keep your elbows out from your shoulders. Try not to drop them down too low. Good. So they're just rotating from that elbow point. And 4. Good, feel your shoulders getting a little warmer, and 5. Good, now let's extend our arms out to the side. We're going to do opposite shoulder rotation, so rotating one shoulder in. Try to rotate all the way down to your hand, so your arm is twisting, and then we swap. As you do this, you can rotate the other arm in the other direction, and swap. You might find some cracking or grinding, just lubricating the joints here before we start stretching them super deep. Good, so twist, move your head from side to side. Try to feel this whole movement into the body like it's almost a contemporary dance. Good, your shoulders should be starting to get a little bit burny. Very warm. 2, good, and 1. Amazing. Good, shake them out. Okay, we're gonna come over to a wall, so find a wall that's near you. We'll do a few exercises here before returning to the mat. Coming to a wall, I want us to be 1 arm's length from the wall, but our body is gonna face away from it. So measure yourself this distance and then turn away. I'm gonna move from my hips up, rotate my body towards the wall and reach my 2 hands so I can touch both arms. I'm then gonna push my chest towards the wall as much as I can, then push away, rotate to the other side, and then press in. Okay, so it's not overly a huge stretch. It's more just like moving in and out of a position That's going to mobilize the spine, and also open the shoulders and the pecs. Good, so go from side to side. Try to keep your toes facing forwards. This is a really great exercise to do the first thing in the morning when you wake up, or if you're working at a desk for a long time and you need to just kind of recalibrate your spine and your posture. Beautiful. Let's do one more on each side. 1 and 2. Cool. Good. Assess how you're feeling there. You should feel like you've just got this bit more range of movement in your upper body. While we're on the wall, let's do a little bit of opening of our shoulders. So staying the same position where we're an arm's length from the wall. Okay, I'm then going to step one step back with my feet. I'm opening up my fingers as wide as I can, just so I can get an added stretch down all of my fingers and through my arm. Let's extend our arms straight and then slowly start pushing our shoulders down towards the floor. Try to maintain straight legs here, locking our elbows so our arms are strong and trying to push your body away from the wall. Okay, now let's try to exhale and allow your chest to come low towards the floor, opening your chest, your shoulders and your ribs. Cool. Okay, from this position, I'm now going to tuck my pelvis under. So tuck my hips in and then try to tuck my ribs up as well. This is taking the stretch away from my back and just isolating it into my shoulders. Good. So I'm still pushing down. I'm just engaging my core so my ribs are in. Okay, and then I'm going to relax and arch my back again so my pelvis goes up, my ribs can come out. And I feel the stretch go deeper towards the wall. Let's go again. So pelvis under, tuck your ribs in, pulling up but pushing your shoulders down so it's just in your shoulders. Good. Exhale, release. Let's go lower. Beautiful. One more. Pelvis and ribs in, pushing up but still pushing your shoulders down. Good. And release. Find this greatest position here, so your greatest arch. Okay, from this position, I'm going to bend my knees. Keep your shoulders where they are, and then try to straighten your legs out again by keeping their chest pushing towards the floor. Good, and bend your knees. And straight. You almost visualize the top of your head going towards the wall as you bend. You reach your head towards the wall. And then try to straighten your knees, but keep that distance the same. Amazing. Let's tuck our pelvis under, roll all the way back up. Go ahead and shake it out. I love this stretch because no matter how flexible or open your shoulders are or how restricted you are, there's always a position here where you can make it work for you, because obviously the wall is super forgiving. You have all this space. You can make it as advanced or as beginner friendly as you like. Cool. All right, let's come back onto the mat. Find this long object that you have. So it might be a belt or a wooden stick or anything that's just long. It doesn't have to be floppy like this one. I'm going to start doing some basic shoulder flossing. It's where we take our arms up and over. So start with your arms shoulder width apart and then walk out about 10 centimeters on each side. You might just assess it as you start, how wide your hands need to be. But from here, I'm going to keep my ribs connected to my pelvis, so my spine is nice and straight. I'm not trying to move my back too much, just our shoulders. Let's take the belt over our body. There's a point here where it gets really tight and it's a little bit sensitive through our shoulders. We need to then roll our shoulders down at the same time to bring the belt all the way behind our glutes. Okay, it's really important that this movement is at the same time through each shoulder. We're not popping one at a time. Okay, so over, have this resistance so your arms are pulling out all the way down and all the way back. Good. Let's go up and over and again. Beautiful. Really you can feel the stretch also coming down your bicep. It's the front of your shoulder, back of your shoulder. It's very great also for making your nerves glide, so you don't have any nerve impingements through your shoulder and your upper back. Good. Okay, this next one, let's take our band over our head. We're going to go all the way to the point just before our shoulders want to roll in. So it's like this point that has the greatest stretch. It's quite tingly. I feel this all the way down to my hands. From this position, we're going to move our body from side to side. Okay, so it's just my upper body moving. I'm taking it side to side, really trying to floss out this nerve. So it's nice gliding along this stretched muscle. Good. Any sort of nerve stretching, you don't want to just hold that one position for too long. You want to have some movement in the position, just so it's supporting the nerve to slide and not just be damaged and impinged. Oh, amazing. Good, let's release, let's bring it all the way back over. Good, another great exercise, because no matter how flexible your shoulders are, it just depends, like you can just bring your hands closer or further apart, okay? So if it was really difficult for you, you take your arms a lot wider, but then again, if your shoulders are really mobile, just bring them closer together and you can make it more of a tight sort of stretch in this position. Okay, so moving into a position where we go flossing our shoulders up and down. So I'm just going to turn so you can see my back. I'm going to have my belt going directly down my back, so my arm is above my head and it's going down the back of me. My other arm is then going to tuck behind my back and reach for the belt, and then going to try to walk my hands up as high as I can in this position. So I'm trying to get my hands nice and close together. This just increases the resistance of the stretch. From this position, we're going to go between two different positions. So first, I'm going to pull my hand up. So this arm will pull up and turn. It's tucking my other arm underneath. So it's like tucking my arm underneath my shoulder and my elbow in towards my side. I'm really pulling that arm up as much as I can, giving it as much resistance as I can handle in this shoulder. Okay, now transferring to the other side, I'm going to pull my bottom hand down and then pull that hand behind my head, so it's really stretching my tricep and then the outside of my shoulder here. So you're in control of how much tension you apply here. This is how much you're pulling yourself. I like quite a bit, so I'm really pulling to try to get my elbow in behind my head. Good, let's change again. So lifting my top arm up, trying to pull my shoulder kind of in and behind me. So my hand is going up towards my upper back. Good, and let's change. So pulling my hand down, pulling that shoulder behind my head. Beautiful. Okay, let's repeat it on the other side. So I'm going to release, reset the position. So my opposite hand will reach above my head, draping this down my back. My hand will go behind my back, try to grab the belt, and then reach my fingers up as high as possible. Whoop. Okay, from here, let's start by extending our top arm to pull our shoulder blade in and under. So our hand is going up our back. Good. You might find one shoulder has a different range of movement to the other. I certainly feel that this side is a lot more tight. Good, so you're in control of how much you pull. Okay, let's change. So pulling my bottom arm down, so my top arm goes behind my head. Good, really try to keep a good position through your body here, so you're not leaning forward. Good, let's pull our top arm up, tuck that shoulder blade under. Good, and pulling down. Beautiful. Great. All right, let's release our belt. Go. Assess how your shoulders are feeling here. We've mobilized them going back and also over our heads. So really getting in all the different points of our shoulder blade. Last few ones are more down on the mat. Okay, so we're going to be on our knees, and I'm going to extend my arms out in front of me here. Similar to the position on the wall, but now we're doing like a knee arch. From here, I'm going to just try to push my chest towards the floor and my hips up towards the ceiling. You should start feeling a stretch already in this position. But I'm going to bend one arm, so I'm going to bring my right arm in towards my shoulder. Okay, and from this position, I'm going to try to twist my chest. So instead of pushing my armpit towards the floor, I'm going to roll open onto the outside of my shoulder. So from this position, I'm going to push out and roll towards the outside. Okay, so it's now the outside of my shoulder pushing down towards the floor, and I'm using this hand to open my chest and twist to the side. Good. If this is, you're not feeling much of a stretch from this position, you can elevate your hand, put your hand up higher just so you have further down to go in your shoulder. So on the edge of a box or at the side of your bed. Good, let's change sides. So go back to the middle, both arms reaching in front, pushing your chest down towards the floor. Let's rotate to the other side. So my left arm will come towards my shoulder. I'm now going to twist my chest towards the left side and try to go from my armpit facing the floor to the side of my shoulder touching the mat. Go ahead and try to twist my shoulders open. See this position here? Good, a really great stretch for your lats while keeping your arms up over your head. Beautiful. Amazing. All right, let's bring both your hands back in front. Last stretch facing forward. Whew. Cool. Okay, from here, I'm going to transfer my position now onto my stomach. So I'm laying forward. Okay, there's two different shapes from this position, which also offer us a back stretch as well. I'm going to tuck my feet in towards my glutes, trying to reach for my feet. Okay, if you squeeze your heels towards your glutes, you can get also a quad stretch. From here, I want our hands to be on the outsides of our feet, and we are going to do an active position where I push my legs away from my body and try to lift up my chest. So I'm using my own strength again to have more of an active stretch position. So ready? Let's 3, 2, 1, lift. Push our feet away from our body to lift our chest up and pulling our arms back away from our shoulders. Okay, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and relax. Whew. Okay, a slightly different position. Now I'm going to put my hands on the inside of my foot, so on the arch of my foot. Instead of pushing my legs back this time, I want to think about lifting my hands and my feet up towards the ceiling. So it's a bit more of a opening my shoulder in a different position. Okay, so ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's lift our feet and arms up. Think about being like a teardrop shape. We're trying to lift up our knees off of the floor, lifting our chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go. So good. Well done, guys. Go ahead, right hands at your shoulders. Let's come up all the way back onto our knees. Good, roll your shoulders out, see how you're feeling, see how your upper body feels compared to when you started the session today. If you repeat this exercise a few times a week, I'm confident that you'll very much feel an opening through your chest and shoulders, and also a great improvement in your posture. Okay, it's very important in today's society, as we have so much sitting culture, that we really need to work hard on keeping our position open. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, and check out my other videos on the channel, and I'll see you in another class.